Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Hair Flair Live. My name is Andrea Carlson. Super excited. Oops, cancel. I'm super excited to connect with you all today. Thank you and welcome back to those of you who are joining me again. I was out last Thursday. I had kind of a weird physical neck thing that I couldn't move for a little bit, so I wasn't able to try on wigs. I'm bummed that I missed last week, but I'm super excited. We were able to reschedule with Ellen Wille and Envy, and we're doing a summer style showcase for you. We're going to talk about some tips and tricks for wearing your wig during summer, traveling during summer, and I have the pleasure of having Sabrina from Ellen Wille join me here. So she's going to hop on here momentarily. Hi, Cheryl. Cool Pup. Elated Lime. Hello. Spongy Peas. Scaly Guava. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, thank you, Fitment. Yes. Kind of a weird thing. I think what happened was I was just working a lot. I was sitting at my desk and I wasn't focused on my posture. And then I carry stress in my neck typically. And I think I just slept funny on my neck one night. And that was just enough to my whole left side just stopped and said, no, you can't work right now. You can't try on wigs. You need to go and see the chiropractor or a doctor. So that's what I did. And I was able to resume work last Thursday, actually, but wasn't quite ready to do a live. You know how I bend over and put the wig on and turn from side to side and all that stuff. So thank you for your grace. I was bummed to miss you all, but I'm happy to be here. And I'm really glad that Ellen Wille and Envy were able to reschedule with me. Oh, yes, I know. I know. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. But, in talking with people, I hear that that's, something that it can be pretty frequent. So always remember to stretch your neck, especially if you have the type of job where you're sitting a lot, or if you're sitting for long periods of time, or if you just carry a lot of stress in your neck area, which I'm sure a lot of us do. Just try to remember to stretch. I think that probably would have helped me avoid that situation, but it was a lesson learned and a lesson in self-care, and I just need to be more cognizant of making sure that I'm stretching my neck, especially if I'm spending, periods of time at my desk and I'm not getting up and moving around. So it gets more important the older you get, especially stretching. The more you can stretch. I love stretching. I just rarely take the time to do it. So I will be doing that moving forward for sure. Yeah, great to see you, Sunny Delight. Thank you for joining me. And Narrow Dairy, hello from Alabama. Well, I think we're in the process of bringing on Sabrina from Ellen Wille. So while we're waiting, I'm just going to talk about a couple of promotions that we have, and we can get started on some of the housekeeping things that I usually go over. First off, a huge welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me again every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, with the exception of last Thursday, but I'm really glad and happy to be back. So, at Wig Studio One, we do have 30% off a number of brands. Right now, we have 30% off Ellen Wille and Envy. That sale goes through the weekend, through Sunday at midnight, using code BeautifulYou at checkout. So just go to wigstudio1.com, add those items to your cart, and enter BeautifulYou, all one word. It's BeauTifulYou at checkout, and that will give you 30% off your purchase. Let's see here. So, all right, let's talk about Wig Studio One. So a lot of you, I recognize a lot of names, and sometimes they get reused with, most of the time it's the same people, but sometimes it can be different names to assign to you. So welcome back to those of you that are here again, and thank you so much for joining me. And a huge welcome to our new people. We at Wig Studio One, we're based in the States. We've been in business for 13 years this year in October. And my name is Andrea Carlson, and I'm going to be your host. I'm the owner of Wig Studio One, and I have the pleasure of having Sabrina from Ellen Wille join me, which she'll be hopping on here momentarily, hopefully. And today we're going to do like a summer kind of style with tips and tricks. We've got some giveaways, all that great stuff. So there she is. Yay. All right. So at Wig Studio One, hi, Sabrina.
Hi,
How are
I'm
you?
great. Hi, Andrea. Hi, everybody.
Welcome. You look so pretty. What are you wearing?
Thank you. I'm wearing Leah too. She's one of my favorites. I think she's like a fan favorite, but I love her. And you know I have longer hair, but if I ever go bob length, I think this is gonna be it for sure.
Yeah, she's super cute, very pretty. I have Leah too on as well. The color I'm wearing is light Bernstein rooted, and she's very light density. I don't know that I've tried this style before, so I was really excited when I put her on.
Oh, good. Well, it looks beautiful on you.
Oh, thank you. You too. Thank you. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I was just going through a few housekeeping things, so bear with me while I get through that, and then I'm really excited to get started. We do have some giveaways, so let's talk about that. First off, why don't we start with a $100 gift card giveaway to Wig Studio One. For those of you that are new to our gift card giveaways or any of our giveaways, Mackenzie will put a little box up in the top left corner. That says giveaway. Yeah, if you just click on that, it will expand. You'll enter your email address in there, and then we will put that email into a random picker and select a winner. We do announce the winner here on the live as long as technology is behaving with us. And then we'll reach out to you through email just to confirm. So in this case, it's a gift card. So we would just send the gift card to you. But we also have some wig giveaways this evening. So those are going to be physical giveaways that we will ship out to you. So we'll confirm your shipping address. So just wanted to let you know, with our emails that we collect for the giveaways, we don't sell that information. We don't use it for any other purpose other than to reach out to you regarding your giveaway. We don't add you to our list of promotions or marketing communications or anything like that. It's just simply specific to our giveaways here on Hair Flair Live. So just wanted to share that with you. And if you're joining us from another platform and you'd like to participate in the giveaways, just please go ahead and navigate over to wigstudio1.com. Right there on the homepage, you'll be able to click join the live stream. And if you're new, it will assign you a pseudonym, typically food or dessert related. And that's really just to protect your privacy, because we understand that there's a lot of people who want to participate in these, but they're not open about wearing alternative hair. So we want to give you the opportunity to be able to ask questions, enter the giveaways, all that great stuff, and use a pseudonym. So if you would like to keep it, you're welcome to. If you'd like to change it, I believe there's a pencil in the top right corner, which you can use to edit your name. So welcome everyone. And if you're joining us from like YouTube or another live stream, just navigate over to the website if you want to participate in the giveaways, because we can only pull from here on the website. All right, let's talk about some things at wigstudio1.com. So like I was saying before Sabrina joined me, we have Ellen Wille and Envy 30% off going through the whole weekend. So up through Sunday at midnight using code BEAUTIFULYOU, which is all one word. We do offer free shipping on all orders over 150 here in the United States. We do ship internationally to 280 countries, and that shipping is calculated at checkout. We offer free returns with no restocking fees. We have a try-on option, and I just encourage you, if you're new to alternative hair wearing and you do want to make a purchase, definitely just take a look at our return policy. Make sure you understand it. We're here. If you have any questions, you can always email us at support@wigstudio1.com, or you can call us. We do have a callback number. It's toll-free 877-594-3001. And we can, if you'd prefer to speak with someone on the phone, you just leave your name and telephone number, what your call is regarding, and then one of our personal hair consultants will give you a call back and connect with you to help you. I'm trying to think if I've left anything out. If you are joining us from overseas and you want to participate in the giveaways, welcome. You're absolutely welcome to do that. We do ask, though, that you have a US-based shipping address that we can ship to. So that could be a friend or a relative or possibly a third-party freight forwarder. There's a lot of them here in the States. One that I'm familiar with is Stackery, but there are a number of them, so you're welcome to utilize that service. And the reason why we do that is because there are a lot of uh, countries out there with various requirements, restrictions, things like that on giveaways. And so we aren't familiar with all of those. So we just want to be sure to stay in compliance. And we can do that by shipping to an address here in the States. All right. Well, we offer free virtual consultations as well. So if you happen to be new to alternative hair, that is a really great way to follow or to kind of shorten that learning curve. There's a lot of different brands with, it's sort of like jeans or t-shirts. So you buy one brand and it fits slightly differently than another brand, even though the style might be similar. Wigs are the same, so they can fit slightly differently depending on the brand. Density can be a little bit different, and we have a large catalog. So, and also head size. You might, you want to definitely measure your head before you purchase a wig or topper. And one of our personal hair consultants during that virtual consultation can help you sit down and figure out what's going to work best for you, what's within your budget, and based on your lifestyle and some of the things that are important to you, our personal hair consultant can assist you and kind of narrow that learning curve. So definitely start with measuring your head for a wig or a topper. We can help you with that. And then any questions that you have, we're happy to help. So those virtual consults are free of charge, and you can book right there on the website. Just click book a consultation, and you can select the day and time that works best for you. And one of our personal hair consultants will get working with you to try to assist you and help kind of narrow that learning curve. YouTube is also your friend. We are on YouTube at Wig Studio One. Ellen Wille is also on YouTube, and Sabrina has made some amazing videos, very helpful for measuring your head, applying a topper, wigs, things like that, styling videos, all sorts of stuff. So definitely check them out on YouTube and Instagram. And then all right, I think that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at support@wigstudio1.com. Again, we are running a sale right now. It's 30% off Envy and Ellen Wille using code BeautifulYou at checkout. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I missed last week, Sabrina, because I had an injury. So thank you for working with me to reschedule. And I'm happy that we're here hanging out together. And I'm excited. So let's first, I'm just trying to make sure that I stay structured here. So we talked about what we're wearing and why. I guess I just want to maybe connect with you and see. So I'm going to show Leah too. I'll do a spin. I'll show the inside of the cap. We'll talk about all of her specs and everything. But did you want to start with anything, Sabrina? I know we were going to talk about why summer-friendly styles matter and some of the benefits and some tips and tricks in terms of traveling and what some of our favorites are. So I'll hand it over to you so we can kind of get started and go from there.
Yeah. Thank you so much again for having us on here. And I'm so glad that you're feeling better, Andrea. Our
Thank you.
health is number one priority. So I'm glad that you went and are feeling better now. And hi, everybody. So again, I'm Sabrina. I'm from Envy and Ellen Villa. And just like you said, Andrea, we're going into favorite summer styles. I saw a comment on here when you were doing housekeeping stuff. Somebody said it was 103 in the shade. And oh my gosh, was that just the perfect kind of transition into what we're talking about because it's
Yeah.
summertime. I don't know where everyone is at, but it's super warm. I'm in Southern California and I know I'm very spoiled with weather, but it gets warm, you know. I'm a little more inland. It gets kind of hot. And when you're
Yeah.
wearing alternative hair, what should you be looking for? What are kind of the go-tos? What are the must-haves? And so I'm so excited for this, show that we're doing today to go into that. And we have some amazing styles and lots of great tips and all the things that you should have in this heat. And also, when it comes to summertime, lots of kids, everyone's on summer break. Maybe this is where you take those vacations. So we're going to kind of pepper in travel tips, tricks, must-haves in the summertime. So excited to get started. I believe we are starting with some Ellen Villa styles, and we're gonna kind of take it from there. And then I do see that giveaway. So very exciting. Maybe somebody will be applying it towards a style they see today.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So our winner of a $100 gift card to wigstudio1.com is Glowing Lemon. Congratulations, Glowing Lemon. We will go ahead and email that over to you. It'll probably be tomorrow because our team is on, a lot of them are on the Eastern, they're in Eastern Standard Time, so it's a little bit later for them. But we will get that sent over to you. Congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us. Okay. So
All
do we
right.
want to start with, go ahead.
Yeah, let's start with Leah. Let's start with what we're wearing right now. So we're
Oh,
wearing Leah. Well, she's Leah 2. If you guys have been familiar with Ellen Villa, we first came out with Leah, and she featured just a mini lace front. I think it was a mono crown, maybe a mono part. But we got a lot of feedback from customers. So this just goes to show you we do listen to feedback, and it definitely makes a difference in the products we come out with. And now today we have Leah 2, which now has like the extended lace front, the mono part. It looks so incredibly natural. You can see that hairline on me. I'm wearing that color Sand Multi-Rooted. I think it's just such a flattering color on so many different skin tones. And in the
mhm.
summertime, if you want to go a little brighter, but you don't want to go like pure blonde, this color has some beautiful dimension in there. Yes, thank you for showing that. So the cap was elevated. Now there's that extended lace front. So you get that full natural front hairline. And then that mono part is off to the left. I did see a comment. Somebody was asking if it was asymmetrical. It is a one length bob here. So not asymmetric, but if you were to kind of move the hair just around a little bit more, you can get definitely more of a swoop type of look here. If you were to go and add some curls, because this is a heat friendly synthetic fiber, you can go and add curls and you can really change up the look of this. But she comes out of the box like this beautiful bob here. And for the summertime, I always recommend styles that are kind of off the shoulder. I think those are kind of the first go-tos that I think of in the summertime because it's lightweight. It's not, trapping heat all over you at the top. You really get some air ventilation on your neck here. And with heat-friendly synthetic fiber, it's such a manageable length at where Leah 2 lands on here. So I'll do a little spin. But she's so great. And with Ellen Villa, those of you who have ever worn Ellen Villa, the density is definitely something to speak to. She's so lightweight, even though she's like a wefted cap in the back, so lightweight. You can run your fingers through there. You're not going to feel like you're just wearing a helmet of hair. And it's really just a perfect style for the summer. If you enjoy bobs, if you enjoy something that's, a little more mid-length, this is going to be such a great go-to. I see somebody. Oh yeah, thank you. I see Mackenzie working hard in the back. Somebody was asking what color I was wearing. Sand multi-rooted. Yes. Thank you, Mackenzie. Now,
And the color, oh, go ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the color that I'm wearing in Leah 2 is light Bernstein rooted. And the description for this color is, well, the color numbers are 12, 26, 27. And it's described as the lightest brown, a light golden blonde, and dark strawberry blonde blend with dark shaded roots. So again, that's lightest brown, light golden blonde, and dark strawberry blonde blend with with dark shaded roots. So and I was going to share with you too, right when I put her on, I do try on a lot of different styles, but I really don't think that I have tried this one on. The fibers are extremely soft. The density is really light. And you were talking about some of like things that are important for wearing styles during the summer, especially when you're in a heat wave, or you have, it's normal for it to be 103 degrees, in the shade or whatever. We don't usually get that hot of weather here in Washington State, but we have had some days that are just really, really hot. Yesterday was very humid, which is unusual. One year we got up to 116, which is
Oh
very
my gosh.
unusual. Yeah, everyone just stayed inside basically. But it's like you were saying, the length, but the density too is also such a nice um it's just it gives it's not heavy at all. Like this wig is very light on my head. The materials are light, the fibers are really light, and then again, that the length, like you said, just right above the shoulder, is perfect. It helps keep your neck cool, and there's just not a lot of hair. One of the thoughts I had was, if you're wearing like a longer style, because some people just really prefer the longer styles, you could get away with it, by just pulling a few strands down and maybe putting it up in a claw clip in the back, or doing something like that. Again, just to
Yeah.
kind of keep those fibers up and off your neck and off your shoulders.
Yeah, it's such a great style, such a great length. And I mean, you can wear this style. I would wear it to, like, when you go out to brunch or something. You can wear this in so many
Mm-hmm.
different occasions. You can wear it to the beach. You can wear it when you're traveling. It's so easy. And I think that's just another important thing for summertime and also for travel, is grab something that's easy to maintain, something you don't have to fuss around too much with. And this one, she's out of the box this way. I think we were talking about, the styles coming into us, and I was like, my styles are pretty much out of the box. The only thing I did was
Yeah,
kind of remove that zigzag part.
that's
But
exactly.
that's just another thing to think of, is have something that's easy. You don't have to
Yeah.
fuss with it, and it's ready to go. So yeah, this is Leah too. Absolutely love this style.
So, question for you too. I'm not a huge traveler, but I did travel earlier this year, and I happened to have enough room in my suitcase. So, the way that I traveled with my styles was, I just kept them in the box and put them right in my suitcase because I have
Yeah.
the space. But that's not always the case. I was checking in my bag, and had I had my carry on, I probably wouldn't have been able to fit those boxes in for sure. So,
Yeah.
question to you is, if I had packed them in my carry on, how do you travel with your styles? Like, what is the best way to keep them nice? I learned actually a tip from one of our members in our closed Facebook group, but I'll share that I was just curious, like, when you travel, do you put them in a plastic bag? Do you make sure that they're in the box? Do you turn them inside out? Like, what are your thoughts on that, Sabrina,
Yeah,
if you do some traveling during the summertime?
I do, yeah. So that's such a great question. I usually will travel like with toppers. If I am gonna wear hair, I like to wear a topper. But for wigs, because I do travel for work sometimes and I have to take some wigs with me, I store them in a Ziploc bag. I'm a huge lover of just having a carry on. I hate having to check a bag if I don't need to. So I will
Yep.
pack as light as possible. But that includes when I have to bring wigs with me. And I will put them in a Ziploc bag, something that gives it enough space for the wig. But what I think is important is, if you do have something that has a lace front, like Leah too, for example, um, sometimes I'll fold it kind of halfway here, but then you're at risk of really ruining the lace front. Not so much damage, but you kind of add a crease here, and then you may get a little kind of teepy look. I think a really great tip that we'll do is we'll store the wig flat like this. Think kind of hamburger versus hot dog.
Uh-huh.
We'll leave it flat so the lace front stays nice and flat. And then you can kind of bundle up the rest of the hair and put it into your bag for your travel. Or if you have like the tissue paper that comes in the packaging sometimes, you can always put that in here too. If I were to put this, more hot dog version, put that tissue paper underneath here and keep that lace front nice at a nice curve so there's no hard creases or anything. And that's just another way you can store it. So that packaging that comes in your box, it's not just there to take up space. There's really thought behind it to make sure that your wig gets delivered to you in the proper manner, nothing gets damaged. And that's the same thing if you're traveling. Make sure that your wig is in a great condition when you travel, because I am guilty of it. I think we've talked about this on one of our previous lives. I just threw it in the bag and then my lace was all wrinkled up and creased, and I'm like, oh great. now I have to fix that,
Yeah.
which is an easy fix, but still just an extra thing that you'd have to do. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
As far as how many wigs you travel with, to each their own. I mean, I'm somebody who would love to have more and not need it than need it and not have it. But yeah, I think, having some really easy go-to wigs, and we're going to show more of them that maybe will be a part of somebody's travel collection, just make traveling so much easier. But yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
would recommend to store it and hold it when you are traveling.
Awesome. Well, we
Yeah.
have a giveaway. I didn't actually have a chance to thank Envy and Ellen Wille for sponsoring all these beautiful styles, including Leah too. So by Ellen Wille. So we are going to do a giveaway, and it looks like Mackenzie put that giveaway box up there. So if you would like to win this particular Leah too in color light Bernstein rooted, just go ahead and click on that box, enter your email address, and then we will randomly select a winner. So I'll go ahead and just do a spin, but I wanted to talk about Leah too, just about her specs. So we did already talked about her color. The light Bernstein rooted is described as a lightest brown with light golden blonde and dark strawberry blonde blend with dark shaded roots.
Hmm.
So we talked about the cap construction. She has that extended lace front hairline and then a left side lace part, or monofilament part, excuse me.
Yeah.
The cap size is petite to average.
Yes.
And I'm average, so I have a 22-inch circumference, and this one fits me great. She fits me it's not super snug, very comfortably. And so her length in the front, we'll talk about her specs, is 9.25 inches. And then the crown is 9.5 inches. Her sides are 8.5 inches. And then the nape is 3.5. She weighs
Mhm.
3.6 ounces. And like Sabrina said earlier, she's designed with the heat friendly fiber. Very, very light density, super soft. I can just
Yeah.
run my fingers through her. And like you, Sabrina, I literally pulled her out of the box at about 2:30.
Yeah.
I was working on the website today, and unfortunately, I had to prioritize that, so I didn't get an opportunity to pull everything out early, make sure that everything is beautifully set and ready to go. Literally, I put her on the mannequin and then I pulled out my wide tooth comb. I opened up, kind of broke up her part and ran the comb through her. And I was before I put her back on the mannequin, I was like, wow, she's soft and very
Yeah.
light density. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was really, really impressed with this style. I think it's great for summer. And I love that she's heat friendly too. Uh,
Mhm.
I think, and she's right above the shoulder line too. So you shouldn't have to worry
Yes.
about too much friction. But if you do have any concern or issue with that, you can always use that 3-in-1 Envy air styler
Yeah.
to just run a little bit of heat through her to keep those ends really soft.
Yes, yeah, 100%. But like you said, you're not going to get as much as if you would with like a really long style. And I think that's why so many people love Leah too.
Yeah.
I also wanted to mention something real quick because I know a lot of customers are always asking permatease on a wig. And I think permatease is an amazing feature when it's used right on a wig. And with Leah too, you get very minimal amount of permatease, like around that mono part where the wefts start to take place. You'll just see like little hairs. If I can kind of zoom in a little bit here, you just have little hairs there. But I just want everyone to know that's really there intentionally to give you that style, to give you that shape. And then there's also just a tiny bit, and I don't know how well you guys can see that, but this is something you'll find in the nape area too. You'll get a little bit of permatease there, and that really helps to keep the hair off of like rubbing against your neck the entire time. It gives that little bit of lift, and that also helps with reducing friction frizz, tangles in the nape,
Mhm.
and all of that. And so, super lightweight. She has, a little bit of permatease, but you can't even see it when you wear it. I don't feel it. I don't know about you, Andrea. I don't feel like I have a bunch of little hairs everywhere. It's beautifully done on this
Yeah.
wig.
No, I agree with you. And I'm so glad you brought that up because everyone always asks about permatees whenever we're doing the live showcases. And sometimes I forget and I had forgotten. So I'm glad you brought that up. But I would say, yeah, I can feel just a little bit, but very, very light permatees. I don't personally see any permatees on this style. I just feel it a little bit throughout, but you can tell that it is placed kind of strategically in certain spots to create that structure for the style so that it doesn't lay too flat. So I
Yeah.
love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I wanted to just remind everyone this particular Leah 2 is normally $399.50, and we have a 30% off sale using code BeautifulYou at checkout, and that brings her down to $279.65. $279.65. So I apologize, I'm a little off with my the order that I normally go in, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that yes, we do have a promotion for all Ellen Villa and Envy this evening and going through Sunday using code BeautifulYou will get you 30% off those brands.
Yeah, I saw a comment on here, Andrea, as we're waiting for the giveaway winner. I saw a comment talking about sizing or asking about sizing. And so, yes, Ellen Villa is size petite average. The petite average circumference, just so you guys all know, is 21 and a quarter. So 21 inches, 21.25 inches for your circumference. So I see somebody saying that they're 21 and a half. These wigs, I mean, you can kind of give and take about a half inch up or a half inch down with the elastic bands and with the stretching capabilities. I am well over a petite average, as you guys know, and this wig still fits me wonderfully. You guys saw how it was on me. I'm not worried about somebody like seeing that doesn't fit right or anything. I kind of want to grab my measuring tape just so we can see exactly what I measure, but I am not a petite average and this fits me really well. So for those of you who are asking about the sizing, yes, petite average, but just know you have those elastic bands and the stretching capability of the wefts.
Awesome. Okay. Well,
All
should we
right.
go ahead and announce our winner for Leah 2?
Yes.
All right. So Miss Flamingo, congratulations. You are the lucky recipient of Leah 2 by Ellen Villa in color light Bernstein rooted. And we will go ahead and reach out to you through email. So definitely check your inbox and your spam folder in case you don't see a communication from us. And we will confirm your shipping address and get her out to you right away. So congratulations. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your time today. And thank you, Ellen Villa, for sponsoring this beautiful style that we get to give away.
Yes, congratulations. I think we're getting into the next style if you're ready for it. She's one of my
Yeah, I'm
favorites for
ready.
the summer. So this wig, I can't tell you enough how many times when I talk about the lightweight density of Ellen Villa, this is the first wig I think of, and it's the style Esprit. So if you guys are fans of Ellen Villa and know the brand, I'm sure you've heard this name plenty of times. Esprit is like the lightest you can get. And she's like a cute little bob. She's regular synthetic fiber. She has such a beautiful texture to her. It doesn't look like you spent all day styling it, but it looks like you put some effort. And again, talking about summer and travel, you can just grab this wig and you're good to go. So I'm going to put on Esprit. Actually, I'll show you guys the cap real fast. She has that extended lace front. She has that mono part off to the side, and then we have the partially hand-tied cap design back here. So I have her in the color dark chocolate. Let me just show you all what this looks like. And this definitely needs to be one of your summer go-to, or if you are traveling, again, we're talking about travel in summer, she's definitely one to put in that collection. So this is what she looks like. I want to kind of zhuzh her up a little bit more. I might use the air styler and add a little more volume to her just because she's been living in a bag. But she's so cute. I mean, you kind of just saw Leah was more of a polished, more of a solid weight line. Esprit is a little more of a textured, more of a
Yeah.
feathered type of weight line here. It's not such a one solid line. I'm going to do a little spin. And I mean, your synthetic fibers, everyone loves synthetics because they're minimal maintenance. They're so easy to go to. And this is just one of those things when it comes to summer, how lightweight, how comfortable this is. So here you go. That's my wig cap. Don't mind that. Usually I put a little shadow or I wear a darker wig cap, but she's so cute. And I mean, her density, she's less than 3 ounces, or density, her weight. She's 2.7 ounces. It feels like nothing. Andrea, have you worn the Esprit before? I feel like you've had it before.
I do. I think I tried her on during a live showcase, actually, just not too long ago. I want to say it was this year. And I love the style. I love how I was going to say it's very similar to Leah too, but just kind of edgier. Like
Yes.
instead of that smooth bob, you've got kind of like those textured layers at the end that just give it some, you know, and if you wanted to utilize a little bit of product to kind of define that texture a little bit better, it looks beautiful on you. I love that color and I love that style.
Yeah, thank you. I love this style too so much. Like I said, I recommend this style all the time. This is one of those like tried and true styles from Ellen Villa that I think are so great. I can go over the specs real quick just so everyone has a little more information on Esprit. So I wish I had every spec memorized, you guys, but I don't. I have to reference. But her front is 7.5 inches long. And you can see because of that side part, you can get a really cute like swoop off to the side here. Her crown is 10 inches, so 10 inches from top to bottom. And then the sides are 7.25 inch on the sides, and then the nape is 4 inches. So you can see that's how you get such a great little length here on her. Now, again, everyone has different, face shapes and all of that, but this is where she lands on me. So once again, another reason why in the summertime to pick something that's off your shoulders. I'm not worried about it. It's not messing with me. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm hot, it like will irritate me. And like, have you ever felt like you're like, I feel my clothes on me? Like I feel it and it's bothering me. That's
Yes.
how I feel about hair sometimes. Like sometimes it's
Mhm.
fun. Like I need this hair off of me. And I love
Mhm.
that with these styles, you don't have to worry about it and you still look good. I don't look like I
Yeah.
threw it up in a crazy bun at home.
Yeah, no, it looks so cute. And I think a lot of people can resonate with that too. Sometimes, and it varies on by day, and the fit, but when you're working, let's say all day in an office or you're outdoors and you're wearing your hair all day, when you get home, it's like, it feels good to take everything off. Some people will
Yeah.
continue to, wear their hair until they go to bed, and that's great. I'm one of those people who usually will just take it off when I get home. Sometimes I'll wear them though while I'm sitting at my desk and in meetings and things like that. Um, so yeah, I don't typically run into that because I don't always wear them for long periods of time. But I know a lot of our clients have, they're in positions where they wear their hair daily, and it just we have this running kind of comic in our Facebook group about like when you get home, the bra and the wig come off right away,
Oh yeah.
because it's just it's like your shoes, so yeah, I get it, and especially in the heat. So definitely.
Yeah. And I feel the same way. So I'm like I ready to take it off sometimes, but yeah. I saw a comment here. Somebody was saying to explain the difference between heat-friendly synthetic and regular synthetic. And that's such a great question because with your regular synthetic, so like the Esprit that I'm wearing right now, with regular synthetic, the benefits are so great because it's ready to wear. If you have a curly or wavy style, like you see here with the Spree, that style has been baked into the hair, which is actually a fascinating process that factories do when they make this. But you have a permanent style. Your color isn't going to fade. Minimal maintenance, wash every 6 to 8 wears. You don't need a ton of products. It's something if you need minimal maintenance, something that looks great, synthetic fiber is a great go to. Now, with heat friendly synthetic fiber, lots of the same benefits, but in addition, you are able to heat style heat friendly synthetic fiber. And so the Leah 2 that we were just wearing, that's heat friendly. Usually the fiber feels a little finer sometimes, so it helps to make it look a little more natural. But I think the biggest benefit is you're able to go and take your hot tool, your curling iron or your flat iron, and go in and actually heat style it. And I think that's important because depending on what you're looking for in your wig wearing journey, some people want to be able to change their style and feel like they're doing it to their bio hair again. And then other people's don't want to mess with styling. So it
Yeah.
really just depends on what is going to be a best fit for you. So when you understand the styles or the fibers and their benefits, you can really see which one is going to work best in your lifestyle and what's going to be, most successful for you.
Yeah, I wanted to say too, because when I pulled these all out, in fact, I just had to double check to see if this one was traditional synthetic. So for those of you wondering, I'm wearing Touch by Ellen Villa, and the fibers are so soft. I thought it was heat friendly. So I think with certain brands, you can sometimes tell a difference between the heat friendly and the traditional synthetic. But with this, at least in this experience, this is just very, very soft, and she's traditional synthetic. So I usually don't. Well, in some cases, I can tell a difference just by the feel. But in this
Yeah.
case, I couldn't tell. I had to double check my notes.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about it. All of the products are such high end, very luxurious.
Mhm.
That's really what you get with Ellen Villa. It's that European luxury feel. I'm going to join you and put Touch on as well because I have her in another color that everyone can see. So I'm going to take
Oh,
off.
good. Okay, cool. Well, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and talk about Touch
Yeah.
and the color. So this is Sandy Blonde Rooted. So just a little backstory. When I first got my very first Ellen Villa wig, I want to say it was Affair by Ellen Villa. And I got it in Sandy Blonde Rooted. So it was, thank you so much for sending this to me. This is a beautiful color. So this color is the color numbers on this color are 26, 22, excuse me, 26, 22, 16. It's described as a light golden blonde, light neutral blonde, and medium blonde blend with dark shaded roots. So one thing I also thought we might just touch on for those that are new to the Ellen Villa brand is that the Sandy Blonde Rooted in this particular style might look slightly different than the Sandy Blonde Rooted in another style. And that
Yes.
is intentional. That when Ellen Villa was creating these styles, she wanted to take those colors, but disperse them slightly differently, not necessarily to create any confusion, but to just enhance the look of each particular style and give it the very best result possible. So you take the Sandy Blonde Rooted and you have these color numbers, and then there's a slight distribution difference based on what she feels or felt would create the most beautiful product. So
Yeah.
it's something a little unique and interesting about this brand.
It's so unique, and whereas like you were saying, it wasn't meant to cause confusion. And I think when you understand the philosophy behind it, and when if you met Ellen Villa and just saw her passion for it and knew her creative side and fashion forward, touches, you really can appreciate how she considered every individual style to be its own unique
Yeah.
piece. And that
Mhm.
includes color too. It's not just the style, it was its own unique style, own unique color. And so that's why you see variations between Sandy Blonde Rooted here and Sandy Blonde Rooted here. But I think when you understand the philosophy behind it, you can really
Yeah.
appreciate the beauty of our color line. I'm wearing the style, so I'm wearing Touch also. I'm wearing Candy Blonde Rooted, which is a fun, a little more fashion forward color. But you can see here, it's nothing too wild out of the box or anything. I could totally wear this going to the store and not feel like, oh my gosh, all the eyes are on me because my color. It's still very subtle, fashion forward, little hints of that little pink kind of hue in there,
Yeah.
but really that blonde and platinum really comes through. And you have this beautiful shaded roux on here as well. One thing with Ellen Villa too, with the coloring, you'll see in the front here, lighter color, it makes it look a little more natural. It's not such a dark front hairline.
Mhm.
And that's again, going into that color distribution and how Ellen Villa placed her color, it looks so natural. But I absolutely love this style. And yeah, thank you for showing that. So you get that full lace front there. This is again the petite average size, but it's an open wefted cap. So you get lots of stretching capabilities. And with that mono part, you still have a little bit of room to move that part line around, even just a
Yeah.
little bit. So you can really change up the style. And because she's regular synthetic, like you mentioned, Andrea, you don't have to fuss with it. You can just wear this out. The style's not going anywhere. And I love that we have a longer style to show like this because in the summertime or when you're traveling, not everybody wants to grab a short style. I'm
Right.
personally, I love longer styles. My hair biologically is just longer. So I gravitate towards longer styles. And you don't have to be scared to grab a long style in the heat. You know, you can still grab something that's very lightweight, like Touch is. You can use like what you were saying, Andrea, get a little clip. You can still clip this up, maybe pull a couple
Mhm.
of those hairs out, and you can have just a cute little updo. But you can still do all those things in the summertime with a longer style and just do a couple, styling tips here. Um, but definitely keep that wide tooth comb handy. If you are
Yeah.
traveling, I have so many of these around the house. I have them everywhere just because of all the wigs that we deal with. But keep that wide tooth comb handy. And then, of course, if you are traveling, because we're talking all about travel, have your little travel care products. And Andrea, I know you guys have these on the website. These are the Beauty Mark products, which I love because they come in travel size. I always just recommend put them in a bag a little separate because if they explode or if the worst
Yeah.
happens, at least it's not getting over your clothes or your wigs or anything like that. So travel care products are a must have when you're traveling and just for convenience. Even if you're not traveling, have it in your purse. They're so great.
Yeah. No, I agree. Um, I agree with you, and especially the white tooth comb and like any kind of product if you want. I mean, what's really great about synthetic is most of the time you can just style. Well, it comes pre-styled, right? But let's
Yes.
say, something's kind of like in your face or the bang's a little long, or you can just usually just use a little bit of water in your fingers and move it back up off your face or kind of reposition, maybe the part a little bit. So there's so much you can do with these styles that don't require product or anything, really at all. But it's great to have those in case you want to use them to like,
Yeah.
break up the waves a little bit or add a little bit more texture. So I was going to go through just a couple pieces of information regarding Touch by Ellen Villa. So we did talk about her color and kind of the how Ellen Villa has created these unique styles with variations, a little bit of variation on the colors to bring just the maximum beauty to each style, so it's truly unique. And but I wanted to go through her specs with you just in case. So we saw the lace front lace front part. She's got an extended lace front, and then a left side monofilament part. And then, sorry, the cap is petite to average. She's traditional synthetic versus the heat friendly synthetic. She weighs 3.9 ounces. And then her length in the front is 10.5 inches. Her sides are 10. The crown is 10. And then the nape is also 10 inches. And we're doing a giveaway for this style. Thank you, Ellen Villa. So if you'd like to enter to win the Touch in Sandy Blonde Rooted, just go ahead and click on that giveaway box. It will expand. You can enter your email in there, and then we will randomly select a winner, and we'll confirm your shipping address and get her out to you right away. I did want to mention this regular price on this style is normally $382.50. I don't have the 30% off pricing on this. I apologize. I should have double checked and proved it. But I'm sure Mackenzie can list that. But all Envy and Ellen Villa are 30% off using code BeautifulYou at checkout. So Mackenzie will list the 30% off price here as soon as she's got a second to calculate it. and then we can let you know. But yeah, all Ellen Wille and Envy are 30% off through Sunday at Wig Studio One using code Beautiful You.
Thank you,
Oh, my.
Mackenzie. You're a rock star.
So, okay, so she weighs 3.9 ounces. I'm not sure if I said that. And then we did talk about her being synthetic. She is a little bit longer. So, like Sabrina said, recommend a wide tooth comb. And then she's got that open wefted cap. So, I wanted to just talk about permatease in this style. Again, just like Leah, definitely very light in permatease. The style itself is light density, and just very little permatease throughout the cap.
Yeah,
Just really for
I feel
some
it more
structure.
so in the crown. How about you? Because as I'm feeling it right now, I just feel it a little more in the crown just to really get that lift back there.
Yeah.
But still very, very light. It's not overwhelming and it doesn't look crowded. You know, sometimes when there's too much permatease or, sometimes you
Yeah.
can't even see the hairline, it's not gonna cover that for you. It's still gonna look very natural if you're wearing this style.
I did try on a style recently that had a lot of permatease, and I did a video because I love permatease. Like you were saying, if it's placed correctly, it really enhances the style and the beauty of the wig.
Yeah.
This particular one, when I watched the video back because I was doing some content, I realized something I hadn't realized while I was filming, and it was more visible. So, which was a great option or opportunity for learning for me. Um, so what I did is I just like worked with my hands and a comb and all of that stuff to kind of break it up a little bit. But you won't see that, in the Ellen Wille brand. Um, I just happened to notice it while I was rewatching my film and thought, okay, so I like permatease, but I need to figure out, and with this particular style, how I can make it work for me, because there was a lot, like you were mentioning, where it's visible.
Yeah, and having the air styler, I know we kind of briefly talked about the NV 3-in-1 air
Mm-hmm.
styler. That's such a tool that you can also use to kind of tame the permatease a bit. I love to use the round volume brush and I go in and I'll just smooth it out, or you can even use the curling wand and just kind of flatten it out. You're not going to get rid of it, but you can tame it. You can smooth it a little bit more. And so if you find that, you can always use that tool as well
Yeah.
to fix it for you.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, should
Oh,
we go ahead and draw our winner for Touch by Ellen Wille and Sandy Blonde Rooted? Oh, 30% off is $267.75. Thank you, Mackenzie. $267.75. And our winner of Touch by Ellen Wille and Sandy Blonde Rooted is Sleep Pizza. Congratulations, Sleep
yay.
Pizza. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And we will be sure to reach out to you through email. So just check your inbox. We're going to confirm your shipping address, and then also maybe check your spam folder just in case, because sometimes our communications go in there. But congratulations, and we look forward to connecting with you and getting this beautiful style out to you. So thank you for joining us, and congratulations.
Yay, congratulations. I always love the food names when we do these.
I
They
know,
always make
Sleep
me giggle.
Pizza.
All right. Well, I know we have one more style that we're going to go over, but it's a kind of a treat because the next style we're going over has multiple versions. And so we're going to go over that and clear up any confusion because even I get confused sometimes. But I have the style Risk. And I saw a comment on here. I love that everyone comments. Thank you guys. Please keep sending in your comments. I am seeing them. Andrea is seeing them. And Mackenzie back there. But I saw a comment that said, I love to wear pixies in the heat. And I mean, that's probably the ultimate go to is a nice lightweight pixie. And Risk is one of our top selling pixie styles. And so I have the style here. I'm showing you the cap first because this is going to tie into the differences here. There's 4 different variations of Risk in our collection. So we have Risk that I'm holding right now, which is a lace front and a mono crown, wefted cap for the rest of it here. We have a risk large. So it's this, what you're seeing here, but in a large option. So this is petite average. Our large is more of an average large option. So just so you guys know, sizing wise, when I say large, it's going to be 22 and a half inches. So you have a larger option to choose from. And it'll probably go up to 23, honestly, with the stretching. So there's risk large, and then there's risk sensitive 2. So if you guys have seen risk sensitive 2, it's basically what you see here, except the lace front has our comfort lace. So if the lace front feels a little itchy, irritating, maybe you have sensitivity to this lace front, the risk sensitive 2 has the comfort lace, which is that double layer, that Swiss lace underneath for additional comfort. So those are 3. And then of course we have risk comfort. So if you guys are keeping up with me, let me know. But risk comfort is exactly what that name is. It's a very much more luxurious cap design. You have an extended lace front. You have a fully hand-tied top. You can see my fingers through here. Again, how light these wigs are. A fully hand-tied top. And then you have these wefts in the back, but they're enclosed with this netted material. So it still feels soft. It's very comfortable. It's almost like wearing a hand-tied cap design because of this netted material. So Risk Comfort is the most elevated cap design of the Risk family. So you have 4 different versions to choose from. So you can really pick which one's best for you. I'm going to put Risk on just so you can see what she looks like. This is the light champagne rooted color. And then the other one that I was holding for Risk Comfort was Chocolate Mix. So I'll grab her in just a second too. But this is the Risk style here. So I think with a pixie, you can always do so much. I'm such a huge advocate for really hyping up pixies and the styling versatility you can do, because even though it is a
Mm-hmm.
shorter length, you can really go through and just play with the texture on here. Right now, I'm kind of swooping everything. I've been in love with, I saw somebody do this with their pixie and absolutely loved how they did that kind of faux hawk looking thing, mohawk looking thing.
Yeah.
Or you could just go in, add texture, add lift, use a styling product. If you really wanted to show off that lace front, you can go and get that hair up and off of your face and really utilize those base materials to your advantage. So this is her. I'm going to do a little spin, and you may see some of my bio hair underneath. You guys, I have a little bit of a bigger head here, but just bear with me. You can see it's a nice tapered back here. You have a little bit more length in that nape area. It's such a great classic pixie, and it's no wonder why it's such a great seller and why we've come out with so many variations of it, because we listened to feedback and gave you more options in a top selling style. So those are the 4. I'll put on the other one just so you can see the difference. You really won't see the difference, but you'll see the color. And let's put this girl on. So this is the Risk Comfort. Now, I personally fit way better into wefted wigs. I don't know about you, Andrea. I feel like you fit into more than I do, but with wefted wigs, I feel like they're more comfortable on me. Because this one is enclosed in that hand-tied netted material, I feel
Yeah.
like it's a little more restrictive on me at least, but this is that chocolate mix color. And in the summertime, when you're traveling, even if you're not traveling, something lightweight like this, completely off of your face, completely off of your neck, is always going to be a great go-to. So if you're somebody who maybe you want to venture into the pixies, or maybe you already wear pixies, Risk is a great one to add to your kind of summer wardrobe.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. In fact, I am starting to really love pixies. Doing these live showcases has given me an opportunity to show, like, if a new collection's released or something. And oftentimes there's a variety of links in new collections and things like that. So or if we do bestsellers or whatever. So I've had an opportunity to try on a lot of different pixies. And I never thought I would be someone who could wear hair like any higher than like just right above my shoulders.
Yeah.
And even with a fuller face, I really, really love the pixies. It feels like nothing's on, most of the
Hmm.
time. And there's oftentimes so many different layers and textures, and some have longer bangs where you can
Yeah.
kind of sweep or pull it back like you did, which I think is super cute. I love that little faux hawk thing. I haven't seen that, so that was really cool. That was my first time. But I'm definitely exploring more and enjoying pixies. And I think they're perfect, especially in the hot weather. Of course, you want to feel comfortable, but I just never felt like my personal experience has been I never felt like I would look good with short hair. I felt like I would feel just not feminine enough because of my features. But when I try them on during live showcases and stuff, I'm always surprised and I'm always like, I love this. Like it's
Yeah.
really a cool experience. So um, yeah, it's a great experience. So for those of you who are, you know, definitely in warm weather right now and wanting some relief from that, but not able to, be without your alternative hair, try a pixie because you might find, especially, I mean, you could do one with longer bangs, but even Risk doesn't have a ton of length to it, but you could
Yeah.
still see like how you were able to style it like 3 or 4 different ways. Those shorter wigs almost have, well, I would say they do have oftentimes just as much variety as a
Oh,
shoulder
yeah.
length or longer style in terms of versatility because you could throw a headband on, wear it back. It's just, they're amazing. So I'm glad you
Yeah.
showed that one. I've actually never tried Risk. I do agree with you. The hand tied caps for me, for most brands. And I really think it comes down to just that little added material right in the
Hmm.
back.
Yeah.
It just takes up just enough. I mean, it's not thick at all. It's so thin, but it makes a difference. With the fit for me. So I do experience that too. So if you find that the Ellen Wille brand fits you well, the regular petite to average cap size, then definitely stay with those, like the open wefted
Yeah.
caps, unless you want to experiment with, um, going a little bit smaller, those hand tied or partially hand tied caps. And again, it's like it's not a different size necessarily. It's just that small, very thin, very delicate layer of material that makes a difference. I've experienced that in a number of brands. So
Yeah.
very cool. But thank you for sharing that. And you look amazing.
Oh, every time I put a pixie on, it's never like my go-to and my personal style, but every time I put it on, I'm like, this is nice. Like I
I
don't have to worry
know.
about it. I don't gotta play with it. Like it's good to go.
Yeah.
But I did want to just call out a couple more things as far as travel because we were talking about travel must-haves and things like that. If you have, so we talked about how to travel with the wig, but how to store it when you're there, or even when you're not traveling, how to store it at home. If you guys don't have one of those collapsible wig stands, these are so great to store your wigs on. They're great. You can
Mhm.
pack in your suitcase. Like you can see that they're super flat. I always recommend traveling with one of those. And in the summertime, my must have product that I recommend to everybody is the Beauty Mark Purify Spray. This is so amazing because you can really like freshen up your wig as far as like the smell, freshen it up in between washes because maybe you just don't have time to wash it as often as you want to in the summer, or maybe you're just not able to. If you have the Purify Spray, it's like an odor neutralizer. I hate to compare it to Febreze, but it's like a Febreze for your wig. And
Yeah.
so if you're out, maybe you were just out in the sun, you're just sweating a little bit more, that gets on your wig, it gets on, your clothes. We were talking about like a bra. Same thing. It's still going to collect that sweat and debris and makeup and all of that. This smells amazing. You can spray this in the inside of the cap. You can spray it on the outside on the fiber, and it just gives you that freshened feeling. If you're going to dinner that night, maybe you're at the beach all day and you don't have time to wash and let it air dry, spray
Right.
some of this Purify spray, and you're good to go for dinner and you're going to smell amazing. So, those are kind of just extra little tips on what to have when you're traveling with wigs.
Yeah, it brought me, when you were talking about the Purify spray, that's a really great idea. It's also a plan B if your travel size gets, caught up in your suitcase or leaks or
Yeah.
something and you don't have those um, those products with you to be able to wash your wig, that could be a nice alternative as a backup, you know.
Yeah, that's so smart. So smart. And then don't forget wig cap liners. Those are great for just an extra barrier, feeling cool. We have like those bamboo ones or just a nylon liner. Um, all that stuff is important for when you're wearing your hair and just extra things you can think of in the summertime. So hopefully there's some good tips that you guys kind of took from it. Um, and I know, Andrea, we were going to kind of talk about any travel uh-ohs and if that's ever
Yes.
happened. Can you recall any scenario maybe that you were in, or maybe you heard from a customer, and what was it? How did you bounce back?
Well, so I've had a couple. I don't travel frequently, but in one scenario, so I was out to dinner one time. This was a couple years ago. I was out to dinner with my husband, and it was during the summertime, and so we were sitting at a restaurant outdoors, and it's right off the river, and there was a wind gust, and it just literally took my hat off. Either that or he accidentally knocked it. I can't remember. It has been a couple years. But as soon as I felt it pop off my head, and this is just a cap, it's not, it wasn't an actual wig. I felt a hat come back on, and it was really sweet. It was he had grabbed his hat, threw mine on, or threw his on me, and then got down and picked up my hat, and then we switched back because I wasn't super open about
Yeah.
it's not that I didn't want to wear a wig to dinner. I totally would have done that. I just wasn't planning on it. I guess it was warm out and I'd been working all day and I was like, let's just go. And so that was kind of a wig thing for me, but it was also at that moment where I was like, I just kind of took a beat and let everyone see, you know, my head with, you know, I like when I got my hat back, I took a minute to put it back on because I wanted people to see like I have hair loss and it's okay. Like I'm still out here enjoying a dinner. I always kind of hair loss is so emotional for so many people. And so that story for me was one where I just took a minute. And that was, I think, probably the first time I had ever felt comfortable just being out there with my hair the way it was, which wasn't buzz, but I had a lot of patches
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, that was one. But then while I was traveling, I was also wearing my baseball cap because I was traveling home. So I was in my sweats and everything. I wasn't meeting anyone. I was just trying on my way home, and I did have to take off like my hat at the airport. I haven't had any like wig emergencies while traveling necessarily.
Yeah.
I've always had. I think had I worn a wig that morning when I was traveling home, that I probably wouldn't have been that wouldn't, nobody would have asked me to take it off. We do get a lot of
Yeah.
questions though about like, can you wear your topper through the TSA and, you know, getting through the airport and stuff like that? Is there any material in there like, you know, metal clips or anything like that that's going to set it off? So I think it's a really important conversation to have because I think some airports are a little bit different. And so to really prepare yourself, like if that were to happen, which I don't think it's very normal
Hmm.
to happen. But if it were, how can you prepare yourself to respond in a way that provides you, you know, comfort and dignity?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so so while traveling, and it's typically because I don't travel a lot, I haven't had major wig emergencies. I have put my wig in my purse before, though, while I was traveling. One little tip I found, and it was from a customer of ours, is I took the wig and I turned it inside out to protect it, and I put it in my purse because I didn't have a bag, you know, to
Yeah.
put it anywhere. So I turned it inside out. I tucked all the fibers in, and kind of like a hamburger slash hot dog. I do like the
Uh-huh.
hamburger. I learned that. I learned from you today, Sabrina, just so you know, about like when you're packing, it is better. It makes more sense to have it flat like a hamburger than to pull it up like a hot dog. But yeah, I had tucked the hair in and just gently like pulled it together and put it in my purse gently. And so there's a couple, you know, a couple times when I was traveling that I've had wigs on me or my hat, or I've been exposed to some degree. But I think the best thing is I don't think the majority of those when you go through wearing alternative hair that it's even detectable. But
Yeah.
if it ever is, I think it's important to to feel like, to prepare yourself so that you can have that conversation, even if you don't want to take your topper off. You can
Yeah.
just, if you're pulled aside, I know it's rush, right? Because it goes through quick. And I think the minute you stop and just say, listen, I'm not comfortable doing that. I have hair loss. Or sure, I'm wearing a topper. Can we go in a discreet location? Or something that's going to provide you comfort so that you don't have a fear of travel and you can enjoy your
Yes.
summer and you can feel confident. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
I love that you shared that and shared the story of your hat, flying off. Your husband is so sweet to like just react and take care of it. And I was seeing comments too of other people sharing, you know, wig emergencies that they had. And it happens. And it's like, how do you deal with it? And I love that you were saying, when you're traveling, talk about this when you're going through airport and all of that. And it's so important, like you said, to have those conversations because if you're new to wearing wigs, might not be thinking about it and then not till it happens and you're
right?
like, wow, I'm never forgetting that experience.
Yeah.
I saw somebody that said their wig flew off on a cruise and she didn't, I think from what
Uh-huh.
I saw she didn't bring any more, I think from what I read.
Oh
And
no.
that's such a great, not a great experience, but I would imagine that's a great learning experience to, I'm going to grab an extra wig just in case. Or maybe when that person talks to friends of them and they're traveling with the wig, hey, just FYI, maybe grab an extra one or grab something really
Mhm.
easy to go to. And these are all things we learn in the moment. And I'm glad that we're
Right.
sharing it. So thank you for sharing. And thank you guys in the comments who were sharing your stories too, because I'm sure you're not alone. There's so many mishaps that can happen. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really glad we talked about that.
Yeah. And I think like somebody was just saying, Warm Pizza was just saying that she has like um, um, I want to say it was a rod or something. So when you go through
Oh,
airport
yeah.
security, those kinds of things are things that they probably see very regularly. So it's
Mhm.
okay to speak up and be like, listen, I know you're in a rush to get me through and get to the next person, but I need a minute. Um, Here's my situation, and explain to them so they can handle it professionally and in a way that you feel good about your experience. Because yeah,
Yeah.
those moments can really, I don't want to say haunt you, but they stay with you. And once it
Yeah.
happens, it'll never happen again. And that could be because you're like, I'm not traveling. And you don't want that. So just always expect the unexpected. And I think that's true in most things in life. When you're planning for your trip, like you were saying, maybe have a backup wig or a cap or something you can wear if something happens to your wig, or your purify in case your shampoo explodes.
Yeah.
Just lots of planning, preparation, and then also the emotional preparation in case you get stopped in, to remove your hat or your wig or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me anymore. I just walk right through. I'm like, okay, I'll take my head off if that's what you want. But I get it. Like they have a purpose. They serve a very, very good purpose. And I don't love every agent that I've run into, but I think the majority are, um, they're just trying to do their job and they do it with a desire to protect. So, I have to respect that. And so I plan like mentally, I'm like, they're going to ask me to take off my hat. And I went through so many airports for like in a week's time during this particular trip. And not one person asked me to remove my hat. And then the very last one I went to, they asked me to remove it. So,
They're all
um,
different. They are all different. So
yeah,
I like what you said, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
right.
And just have that kind of going in. I see Miss Flamingo said I take plenty of glue and wig tape, and that's an amazing
Mhm.
tip for sure. If you are used to working with tapes and glues and all of that, have those ready to go. They're so tiny and you can put them in your purse or your carry-on, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a little extra security for your wig when you're traveling and on the go.
Yeah. Or a wig grip too. Wig grips, for
Yeah,
me work really well. Not everyone loves them, but I've had success with them. So
good.
that's an option as well. Like if you're on the cruise, that may have helped. But I can't say for sure too. I guess it depends how windy it was.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Well, This was so great. I love that we got to show you guys some styles from Ellen Villa. Hopefully, you got to see a style that you hadn't seen before yet, or maybe you're curious to see it on an actual person and not a model. And of course, these are all found with Wigs Studio One. But I believe we were going to kind of go into the Envy
Yeah.
collection, unless there's anything else you wanted to say before we close out this one.
No, I don't have much to say. I've learned from you today. I learned from our members in our Facebook group. And I know I didn't mention that previously, but we do have a Facebook group. It's a closed private Facebook group on Facebook. And if you happen to be new to wig wearing, or even if you're not new and you just want to share, it's a really great resource. There's a lot of people in there posting questions and getting responses. Lots of different styles and colors, images taken from our members wearing a variety of styles and colors. So you can kind of see like another version of what this looks like. Because with wigs, they do look different. They will fall
Yeah.
differently based on your sizes. So if you have a shorter neck or versus a longer neck, it's going to be shorter or higher. Same with your forehead length, your bone structure in your cheeks. So when you receive something, you can say, or you can be look like, or I've heard people say it doesn't look like it does in the picture, but it's probably because it's falling differently on you than
Yeah.
it does the person in the picture. So the group is a really nice way to see a variety, just kind of an extra step. And then there's also a lot of community in there too. So if you happen to be on Facebook and you want to join us there, you're welcome to. It's called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group. And we'd love to have you. I'm in there. I haven't been in there as much this week because I've been working on our website. So I've just tried to prioritize that as much as possible. But I am in there generally every day. So
Yeah, that group is so amazing. You have such an amazing community, and I know a lot of you guys in the comments right now are a part of that community. And I can't say even just how much we appreciate you as somebody that works with a manufacturer. And you guys don't mind me, I'm literally struggling trying to part this right now. Um, as somebody who works with a manufacturer, your guys' voices are so monumental in our industry, and being able to share your stories and share your pictures and all of that. It's one thing coming from the manufacturer. It's a whole nother thing when it comes from everyday people who wear the hair. And so I just have to give you so much credit, Andrea, and the whole Wig Studio One team for the community that you built, and how safe everyone feels in it, and all the knowledge that you guys all share with each other is really beautiful to see.
thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, we started that group in 2018. I want to, or no, maybe it was mid 2017. So it's definitely grown a lot. And I really have to give credit to the members. I I remember when I first started the group, I thought no one's going to want to join my group. So I have to incentivize. Maybe I should do a giveaway or something like that. That's literally how I felt. And people just started coming in, and they're so caring and they're so supportive of each other. Just like on these lives,
Yeah.
there are some people that come every week, every single week, and they haven't won yet, a style yet. And maybe they really need one, but they still are like, congratulations. It's just, we support each other. It's a very supportive place. And it's a place to learn and to ask questions and to get service from us here at Wig Studio One. Um, and then, yeah, it's just really fun. We do some fun giveaways in there too sometimes. I was actually going to do one this week. I won't say what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but we do some fun stuff in there sometimes that's specific just to that group. I think I might need to change this part just a little bit because I keep
You and I both were like
hitting it
we're
right in
having a
my face.
really, really nice sentimental conversation as we're like,
Um, but yeah, no, thank you for that comment. That's really sweet. And I'm just really blessed to be a part of it. It really oftentimes runs itself. I try to go in there and encourage and support and everything, but there's just so many people that are so willing to give their time to their wig sisters and answer their questions and take pictures. We have some members that take so many photos and post them. And I'm just like, thank you so much. You have no idea how helpful that is for other people. Or maybe they do, but they take the time to do it. So
yes.
it's a great place. If you're on Facebook, we would love to have you there. That would be awesome. So, all
Yeah.
right. So which one do you have on?
Okay, so we are transitioning into Envy, and that's the beauty of Envy kind of taking over the distribution or being the distributor of
Mhm.
Ellen Villa. You guys have two beautiful brands under one roof. And so we're going to show you Envy styles. I'm wearing the style Belinda. And what we were talking about with Ellen Villa being, a European luxury brand, we talked about the color and, different aspects of that. With Envy. It is such an amazing brand. It's so innovative. It's relatable to a lot of people, and I feel like the looks are just so not just fashion forward, but they're very much sought after looks, and the colors are incredible. So this is the style of Belinda. I have her in the color Almond Breeze. And what I do love about Envy styles, I love the lightweightness of Ellen Villa. What I love about Envy is I get a little bit more of a fuller look, but it's not heavy, if that makes sense. So you guys can see I'm wearing Belinda. She's super lightweight actually, but the way it's constructed, the way the colors are displayed, I feel like I have my hair before it started thinning after I had my kids. I had a little bit more fullness to it. I had a little more movement to it. And then I love my little girls, but my hair was never the same after that. And so I love that with Envy, I get that feeling back again. And so thank you for showing that design. She has that, extended lace front, and then she has a mono part off to the side here. And super comfortable. I love the length on here. I love that Envy has longer styles too, because it's definitely my favorite. And so shout out to Alan Eaton because he has so many beautiful long synthetic styles that I love. And so we're still on the same theme of summer styles, which ones are great to have. We're going to talk a little bit about styling, but Belinda is amazing. She's regular synthetic fiber. You guys see that almond breeze, like I just said. You can see that beautiful dimension in here. Andrea, what color did you say you had?
I have on medium brown.
Medium brown. Okay. And even that, even though it's just medium brown, you can see the dimensions, the beautiful highlights in there. The colors are so just on
Yeah.
trend with what customers are looking for. And I absolutely love her length. I'm gonna take a step back here so you guys can see where she lands on me. Let me do a little turn back here. So this is Belinda, and I love that in the summertime, I would probably grab something like this because, like I said, I love my length. I love having the layers. I would just kind of do a little cute little pinup style here, maybe clip that one back if I wanted to. You can do so much with this and still take advantage of a longer look in the summertime. And she's so lightweight, super comfortable. And yeah, what do you think about her for summertime or anything like that? What are your thoughts?
Well, I definitely agree that she's really lightweight. For those of you interested in permatease, it's very, very mild. There is some there, but very small amount throughout the cap, and then a little bit more at the crown, but that's kind of normal, I think, just to make sure that you get that lift so that it doesn't lay too flat to your crown. Um, but yeah, she's very lightweight. The fibers are really soft,
Hmm.
traditional synthetic, but again, like not all synthetics are like this. They're not
They're
all,
not.
at least in my experience, yeah, they're not all that soft. And so oftentimes I'll gravitate toward the heat friendly fibers because they're softer. But in this case, between the Ellen Villa synthetics and the Envy set, the synthetic, I don't feel that difference. I literally have to look at the specs to determine for sure what the fiber is.
Yeah, and the quality of the fiber, like you said, is just, it's beautiful. I absolutely love the styles that we come out with, and we're very well known for our shaded brown colors, our shaded
Mhm.
blonde colors, and we have some amazing reds as well. I know some of you guys have seen amber. That girl can pull off every color, every style, and I've seen some beautiful reds that I never got to see in person before, and seeing them on her, I was like, oh my gosh, like color is done
Yeah.
very well with Envy. But so Belinda, is going to have, that lace front, that mono part. And with this, the sizing is an average size. So for those of you guys who maybe thought petite average was a little too small, even though there's good amount of stretch there, with Envy, you have a standard size of an average size. And so that's super important just to know. The circumference would be 21 and a half to 21 and 3/4 is what we're looking at for the fit. So that's another reason why I love these styles, because they fit my head. I don't have to worry
Yay.
about them being too tight. They fit me.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility in the caps too. So, and then also I wanted to point out too, at Wig Studio One, we have a try on option. You do pay for it upfront. It's like $4.50, but then you can send it back. We'll send you a label, all of that stuff. So if that's of interest to you, if you're not 100% sure on your wig cap size, or you've measured, but you're like, well, I could be petite average, or I could be average. Try them both and send one of them back if that's, what will be helpful for you. A lot of our customers don't have access to a hair salon or a wig shop where they can go in and try on a variety of different colors and styles. And so we created this try on option to try to help you be able to try on multiple pieces in the comfort of your own home without having a lot of expense to get them back. So
That's such a great program that you offer. So that's incredible. I hope people are taking advantage of that.
yeah, we actually, a lot of people will
Good.
select the try on option, and it just gives you a free label basically to send it back to us. But if you order, 5 wigs, let's say, and you have to send 4 of them back, it's $4.50, and we'll take care of the cost of any labels to get them back to our shop. And then we do our inspection, and we don't have any restocking fees or anything. So you can get a refund to your original form of payment, or if you want to select a store credit, we have that option available too. So,
Yeah. I wanted to call a comment real fast. So I see one that was talking about kind of the highlights of here. And I do want
mhm.
to say I'm in front of like a ring light, just so you guys have like more light on me. And the light may be making this look a little more chunkier highlight or shinier than it actually is. If I were to go outside, it probably doesn't look as artificially shiny as it does in front of my massive ring light here. But if that is something that you guys are concerned about when you buy a wig and it's synthetic fiber, if you're worried about shine, what you can do is we actually have an amazing product. It's called the Get Dressed products by Envy. It's a
Mhm.
shine minimizer, and it's also like a lightweight texturizing spray. I love it for styling purposes, but it's great. It works like a dry shampoo almost. You can go in, spray the hair, and it kind of dims that shine for you so it doesn't reflect the light as much as mine is doing right now in the ring light. And as far as the color goes, I think that's also the ring light kind of emphasizing the blonde, but you can see here
Mhm.
the beautiful blend that you have. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to call that out because that is a thing that with synthetic fiber is sometimes it looks a little shiny, but you can either wash it, that's another tip, wash it, and that usually kind of mutes it down a little bit, or use a dry shampoo like the Get
Yeah.
Dressed product. And like I said, for styling, if you want to add volume, I love that product for that reason.
Yeah, I have that too. I've tried Get Dressed and I love it. So I wish I would have brought it out here. I don't have it here with me. But I do love it. And it's very nice in terms of texturizing, and that definitely dilutes like any shine.
Yeah. Well, I have the specs here just so you guys can kind of get more information on Belinda. She's such a cute style, but her front is 8 inches. Her crown is 14 inches. Her sides are 12 1/4, and then her nape is 12 as well. And when you see like the specs, the numbers being very close to each other or like the same measurement, that's really going to give you a beautiful layered look. And so when you see like 12 here and 12 at the bottom, they're at different points of the wig, and that creates these beautiful layers that you get. And so that's why you see these nice wispy layers, some face framing layers going on. And then in the back, and Andrea, you just spun around and showed it too, you get that light movement, but that's really where those layers come in from, is how where the lengths are placed on these wigs. So absolutely love the style so much.
Yeah, very, very lightweight. Just like light density, a little bit, like you were saying, a little bit more than like Leah too, but she's longer, but
Yeah.
just very light. Yeah, it feels really, really light on me.
Awesome. And I see we're doing a giveaway for Belinda. I'm super excited for somebody to win this style. She's one of my favorites from Envy.
Yeah, I was just going to mention really quickly the medium brown color. So this is the one that we're giving away. And this color is described as a stunning chocolate brown with natural lowlights and highlights. So a stunning chocolate brown with natural lowlights and highlights. Belinda normally retails for $281, but with 30% off this evening using code Beautiful You. That brings her down to $196.70. $196.70. And then you went through all of her specs and everything. She's traditional synthetic. And then the weight I'm showing is 4.3 ounces.
Yes, I am looking at grams, but I believe you on the conversion.
Oh,
So I don't know the grams to ounces, but that sounds very right.
yeah,
It feels
me
very light.
either. That's a Google job.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and announce our winner then.
Yeah.
Here we go. Thank you, Mackenzie. Decent prawn. Congratulations. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Congratulations on winning Belinda by Envy in color medium brown. We will reach out to you just as quickly as possible. So check your inbox and then, of course, check your spam folder just to make sure our communication didn't go in there. And we will confirm your shipping address and get her out to you just as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for joining us. I love that name. It made me laugh.
So I have the next style, which is the style Carrie from Envy. See, you guys, I get tongue tied too. This is Carrie from Envy, and she is such a cute little bob. I mean, still on that same topic of like summer styles, she's gonna be so cute for that. She has that beautiful extended lace front and that mono part off to the side. I also wanted to kind of give you guys a little update on just some of the changes happening with Envy. If you guys are familiar with the So Soft lace, it's where, you know, you have, here, I have Giamano just to show you an example. So the So Soft lace is that Swiss lace that comes out in that lace front for a soft feeling on that lace if it's itchy or irritating. And it's also extended out here in the mono top or a mono part, depending on the cap design. It was only found in just like a few styles, and we are actually rolling that out with more styles that you guys already know and love. So that amazing feature, it's going to be found in a bunch more styles, but the ones I have showing you today, these are going to now come with that comfort or come with that So Soft lace. It's going to be Belinda that we were just wearing. Carrie is going to have that. And then Marcia, who we're going to show at the end. But you can see there's going to be some beautiful elevated features made to these cap designs, and they're going to be extra comfortable and extra soft. So just keep that in mind. Stay up to date with Envy and all that we're doing so you can see all of the styles that are going to be coming out with that. But I just wanted to call that little shout out so you guys knew that was in the works. And you probably might already see it. I know some are already having that. They're slowly being transitioned in. So if you see that on your next Envy wig, um, it's supposed to be there.
Yay. No, that's wonderful news. I can tell you after these live showcases, just because I usually try on a number of styles, I will see, I'm just a sensitive person. Like my skin is just very thin, especially on my face. And so because I'm oftentimes moving quickly and I don't have a minute like to adjust the tabs or to make sure that it's secure. So there's some movement there. And almost every live after I go into the restroom to, like wash my face or put my glasses on or whatever it is that I do. I typically you could just see them like little scratches just across my
Yeah.
face. So I'm one of those people who would really look forward to that and welcome those soft lace. I've just always had challenges with, um, just my skin and its sensitivity. So I look forward to that. That's really exciting news.
Yeah, yeah, I love that that's a feature because even when I hold the wig sometimes it'll irritate my skin on my hand. And so I
Oh,
totally get that sometimes that's what you need. I grabbed Belinda again, you guys, because I was on a call with Alan Eaton, the owner of Envy, and he did this little like styling tip that I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's so easy, so simple. And I forgot to show you guys when I was wearing it. But when you saw me wearing Belinda, she's out of the box right now. You can see it's very smooth. The hair is kind of all down and kind of coming forward. If you want to just transform this look super easily, hold it upside down. So I'm holding it in the nape area. Hold it upside down, spray a little bit of water. He did this on camera, and I was like, no way. Like, no way. Just a little bit of water here, and you're going to see, I'm going to put her on. The layers just like flip out. You like change the look of it. So by holding it upside down, gravity is kind of doing its thing. A little bit of water. I'm going to put her on real fast, and you guys will see.
this is so exciting. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, when he did it, and watch it, probably won't do it because I'm not him, but it was so amazing. Like it gave you like this volume, but
Hmm.
you can see like the layers are doing so
Yeah.
much more now. It like they were flipping out and it was just spraying water. It was like literally just upside down, but even that, like you see the
Yeah.
difference. It was flat, it was to my head, and now it's just like doing this
A little more
voluminous
voluminous,
thing.
but
Yeah.
still it's
So
light, right? And you look
yeah.
literally like you just stepped out of the salon, like a total model. It
Yeah.
looks beautiful.
It was so awesome. I was just like, oh my gosh, wait, I need to share that. And my other styles aren't as long as this one. So I was like, hold on. I got to backtrack for just a second.
Totally. I'm glad you shared that.
All right, so I have the style Carrie. So I have her in the color Sparkling Champagne, which is a top seller for Envy. And we talked about how it'll be coming out with that new So Soft lace. And I'm going to put her on real fast. Just do a little flip here. Sorry, she keeps getting attached to my pins when I'm swapping wigs out. I'm hoping that my wig liner makes it through the whole call. You guys are seeing it's like hanging on by a thread. Okay, so this is her
So
adorable,
cute.
cute little bob, but she kind of has that little angle going to her, that little asymmetric almost look here. I
Yep.
absolutely love that she comes to that point and that the rest is like thinned out. I'm going to kind of spin around so you can see this. So here's the front. You can see that angle. It's like a stacked bob going on. And then here's the back.
So cute and perfect for
Super
summers.
cute.
Totally short in the back.
And she's adorable. Like I just took her out of the box. I was telling you guys, I took her out of the box. I have not worn the style yet before, and I'm so glad I have her to show you guys now. But beautiful lace front, sparkling champagne is such a top seller. But I love this, just the whole silhouette of this style. She's stacked in the back. She still has a little bit of face framing layers, a little bit of that fringe, and then you have that dramatic point up here. That's going to give you that lightweight summer look, but a little bit of edge too.
Yeah.
It's so cute. So Carrie is a must have for sure.
She looks so pretty on you. I love that style.
Yeah, she's so cute. Let
Mm,
me pull
cute.
her up real fast. I'm going to kind of go over her specs so you guys can get a little more info on her. Let's see. All right, so I'm pulling her up right now. Even her photograph, she's so cute on the website if you guys haven't checked that out on Wix Studio One. But her front is 7 inches. Her crown is 7 inches as well. Sides are 6.5, and then the nape is 2.5. So because of that side length, that's why you get that more dramatic point up here. And
Hmm.
she kind of reminds me of like Posh Spice a little bit. If you
Yep.
guys were like Spice Girl fans,
Oh, yeah.
if I just had this in like a black color or like a dark brown, I would be all about it as Posh.
No, that is so cute. I love it. It's a really cute style. And it's one too that you can like if you wanted to, use maybe even a little product and kind of texturize those ends a little
Yeah.
bit or get a little bit more volume by putting your
Oh,
hands in it,
yeah.
you can totally,
I would
so
get
cute.
the Get Dressed product. I would
Yep.
even spray it upside down like we just did and just really add some volume up here. And then you can like smooth this one out if you wanted to. I'm
Hmm.
giving my high school days of what I would do, you guys. But
I
I would
know, right?
smooth
It
that
looks so
and then
pretty.
pop that up.
Yep, totally. It looks really,
um,
really pretty.
And the color is phenomenal. I'm obviously a natural brunette, but the fact that I can wear a blonde because of this beautiful root makes it look so much more natural. If you
Yeah.
are not, a blonde naturally or anything like that, you can still venture out with color. And if you have dark features like me, these roots make the total difference on how natural the wig can look on you. So I love these rooted colors.
Yeah, I love that color. I love that style. Somebody was asking, I think it was Miss Flamingo asked what the style is, and it's Carrie. Is that right?
It is Carrie, Kari, Carrie.
Carrie by Envy.
Yes,
Thank
yeah, and she's
you.
synthetic fiber too, so she's easy to maintain, ready to go. You pop her on, can get about your plans very easily. Um, the next style I know is a personal favorite of yours, of
Oh
yours,
yeah, this
Andrea.
one I have Marsha.
Marcia. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show Charlotte after. Then let's show Marcia.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
I
let's
do
show
have
Marcia.
Charlotte too. I can grab my Charlotte and put her on really quick if you'd like. You
let's
won't get
let's
any
talk about
arguments from
Marcia
me.
real fast.
You want
I'm
to?
gonna
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk
All
about
right.
Marcia. We both have her.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna spritz mine with a little bit of water. I always kind of do that when I first put it on, just to kind
And
of
this is
tame
Marsha, right,
anything.
that you're showing?
Yeah, I have her in toasted sesame.
Okay, so mine is golden sandstone, and I'll go through. I just wanted to show her cap. So I'm pretty sure, is this the softer lace that you were talking about?
It is, yeah. So it's that double layer, and if you look closely, you can see like the holes on that are a little more honeycomb versus
Mm-hmm.
square. That's that Swiss lace. So soft and comfortable on there.
It is really, really soft. Okay, so full monofilament top, average and cap size, and then she does have the velvet ear tab here, extended velvet nape with the strap adjusters on each side, and then she's open wefted. So, and there's a look at her other ear tab. Let me go ahead and try her on. This is my first time trying on Marsha. I'm pretty
Me too.
sure.
I'm so excited. These are like some firsts for me. I have a ton of Ellen Villa samples with me, but I don't have a bunch of Envy, so I love that my collection is growing. And this is my first time trying Marsha on with you guys. But I've seen her. I've seen Amber wear her. I've seen her in pictures from, people who post about her, and she's a cutie. I mean, having a synthetic fiber that has these curls and waves already baked in is like so nice. It looks like you literally just did your hair and you just put on your wig.
Yeah, so she does have a fringe, and it's actually not too long for me. Oftentimes, my forehead is. I have a short forehead, and so they typically fall into my eyes. But what I love about this style is she's got this lace front hairline, and then
Yeah.
and it's really, really soft with that softer lace. But you can take those bangs and just kind of pull them to the side if you want, and wear her, without the fringe, or you can just easily add them back in. They're just really soft and kind of
Yeah,
layered.
she's ready to go with her style, but if you want something, maybe you want to like tame it down a little bit, or maybe you want to really show those curls off more, you can use the Envy 3-in-1 Air Styler because it's safe to use for regular synthetic fiber. And you can just add a little more volume, a little more bounce or wave, whatever you're looking for. You have so many options when it comes to styling synthetic fiber now because of that tool. But yeah, this is Marsha. She's super adorable, and I can see why everyone loves her.
Yeah, she's really cute. And perfect for summer too, in terms of length. Like we've been talking a lot about
Yeah.
styles for summer and, how to stay cool. And she is, at least she falls on me just like right above my shoulder. Um,
Yeah.
so if you're a little taller or you have longer features, she might even be a little bit shorter on you. But yeah, super cute. And she's traditional synthetic, so you shouldn't run into, as much of the friction, and her length is going to keep some of that friction at bay as well.
Yeah, I have her up on the website right now, and I was just looking at how she was photographed on the models. And
Mm-hmm.
there's one where you can really see like more of a dominant fringe, and so I was playing around with that right now. But you can just see how you can bring that fringe forward, minus that little flyaway one. You can bring it forward and really show off a full fringe, or if that's not your style, push it off to the side and it just blends so nicely into the curls and waves of the style already that it can be off of your face. So there's so many things you can do with this and really just transform your it'll look like two different styles, honestly, depending
Yeah,
how you wear it.
super cute and
Yeah,
so
she's
lightweight. For those of you
so
wondering about permatease, I'm not actually feeling any in this
I
style.
yeah, I don't feel any.
Not
Super
even,
light.
not even at the crown.
Yeah.
I don't feel any. So I must look so silly. I'm always like, hmm.
I literally just did the same thing. I was like
But no,
but
no
that just
permatease
shows
in this
you.
style.
And that shows you if there is any, it's undetectable because we
Yes.
both did not feel it.
Okay, I'm going to talk about my Marcia and this color, if that's okay. Golden
Yeah.
sandstone is a beautiful color. It's we've got down color 41 and R2, and it states it's a rooted, cool medium blonde. So cool medium blonde, meaning like a little bit more ash in tone and not as warm or yellow as some blondes are. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah,
that's
mine's
helpful.
definitely more of the warmer approach. It's the toasted sesame. So you see a little bit more of the gold in there. Not so much the brightness of the blonde, but you see those dimensions of the low lights in there. That root kind of plays a role in that. But yeah, it's more of that golden kind of color I'm seeing with this. More warm.
And we are giving this one away, the one I have on. This is Marcia in Golden Sandstone. So Mackenzie already put the box up there. So if you'd like to enter to win, just click on that box. It'll expand. You can add your email address, and we will randomly select a winner here shortly. I will go ahead and go over like her specs if you'd like.
Yeah.
Um, so we saw her lace front. We just have listed as the lace front, but it actually has like a soft lace front,
Yes.
which um, you had mentioned earlier, with more of like a Swiss, like a soft Swiss lace layer, and I feel it feels really nice. Um, she normally retails for $382, and all of our Envy and Ellen Villa are on sale this afternoon and through the weekend. Using code BeautifulYou, you can save 30% off. That brings her down to $267.40. So Marcia is $267.40. She is average at cap size, and then some of her specs are her bang is listed as 4 inches.
Mm.
And then her crown is 7.25, sides are 8.5, and then the nape is 6.5 with a weight of 3.14 ounces. And she is traditional synthetic fiber. So no heat friendly fibers on this style, but you can add curl if you wanted to, or, add volume using the 3-in-1 Envy Air Styler.
Yes, yeah. Um, so much. I saw a comment here that was asking about like a color comparison um, for one of our red options. And I was just kind of browsing around to see if I can get an example of that. So, bear with me like 1 second. Okay, so I'm looking at like a pumpkin spice color, which does have a bit of the reds in there. It's a beautiful color. I would definitely recommend like creamed coffee is a beautiful option. The lighter red is a great option too with Envy. If you're not familiar with the colors with Envy, there's beautiful color swatches that you can see on Wig Studio One or on our website if you want to look there too. And the thing that I love about Envy also with their color is if you pick a cinnamon raisin in this style, it's going to look the same as a cinnamon raisin in that style. So if you're somebody who wants that consistency and you want to know what that color looks like, Envy is so consistent with their colors, beautiful blending of the colors as well. And I already talked about the rooted blondes and rooted browns that we're known for, but the reds, go look at our red color options because I think you'll find something that's similar, or if not, maybe a new favorite. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there to answer that question.
Yeah, you guys have, I think in most styles, you have the light, medium, and dark red. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, we do.
Yeah. And
And then
they're,
there's other styles like the creamed coffee or ones that have like
yeah.
some red tones in there. Yeah.
Yeah, the creamed coffee, I remember when I first saw that color, I was surprised because I thought it was going to be darker because coffee is typically a little bit darker, but the
Yeah.
creamed coffee makes sense. And it's a beautiful color. It's been a while since I've seen that color. But I remember that it stood out to me when this was a few years ago. I was with another gal who was wearing that style. I don't recall this style, but she had that color cream coffee and I was like, I think I was expecting that to be darker, but it's a beautiful, warm, like brownish red, very fall tone. It's just
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, some coppers in there. But yeah, this is Marsha. She's super cute. And we're doing the giveaway for Marsha. So excited for
Yeah.
who the winner is for that
Should we
one.
go ahead and announce the winner?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna grab another style, but I can't wait to see who wins this.
Okay, congratulations, famous Shell. You are the lucky winner of Marsha in color. I just want to make sure I get the color right. Golden Sandstone. So congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. And we will definitely reach out to you via email to confirm your shipping address, and then we'll get ours sent out right away. So congratulations.
Congratulations. I love all the giveaways. So excited for you guys, all the winners, to get their styles in. Hopefully you guys love them as much as we do. So the last style that we're showing with Envy is not the Marsha, Charlotte. Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay.
Yes.
I apologize. I didn't grab my Charlotte, so I'm going to go
That's
grab her
okay.
while you put her on. I'll
Oh,
be right
perfect.
back.
Okay, well, while you are grabbing yours, I'm just going to show you all the cap construction. So extended lace front and the mono part is going to be down the middle. And then you have a wefted cap design here, extended nape with your Velcro adjustable bands. And then I have the color medium gray. So if you guys are looking for any gray color options, but you don't want like a pixie, you want something that has a little more length to it, this is such a great option. So I'm going to put her on. And I think, thankfully, my wig liner made it to the last one, everybody. So that's a win. All right, so I'm putting her on, and you can see, I mean, I know we've showed her before, and I know Andrea loves the style, but there's a reason why we show this style so much and why it should be a part of your summer collection because she is amazing. So I have her again, like I said, that color was medium gray. You can see that lace front. So I'm just going to lift it up there, lace front. And she's so cute. I love this style so much.
I do too. So Charlotte was gifted to me by Envy. Gosh, I don't know, maybe a year ago. It was a total surprise. I love this style. The story behind it was I was doing sorry, I'm out of breath because I was running, a live showcase. And one of the styles was we were doing a steals and deals for our clearance section.
Yes.
I tried it on it wasn't this particular one, but it was Charlotte in sparkling champagne. And I was like, oh my word, if this doesn't sell tonight, I'm going to buy it. I love it. It was the best. I love this style. And I do wear her frequently. In fact, I've worn her at least 3 times this last week. So I did some filming in her, and then I wore her for a couple meetings. But I do love this style. She's just really, sorry, you can see my, what I normally do, because I'm an ear tucker, is I pull her some strands forward just a little bit because I do have darker bio hair. And then I can tuck her behind my ear, but not have like my bio hair show. And she's just really lightweight. She does have some permatease, but again, very minimal throughout the cap. And then a little bit more maybe at the crown. But yeah, I love this style. And I think she's very popular. I haven't checked
She is.
our stats lately, but she's just it's just a very cute, soft, beautiful style.
And so elegant too. I
Yeah.
love how you just have this, longer kind of not dramatic, but just a longer statement piece in the front here that goes into those loose waves. And I mean, she's so ready to go. It looks like you actually took time to style your hair, but it's such a nice loose wave that so many people are looking for and what people love to wear. And she comes in amazing colors. Like you guys all see this beautiful gray color. Somebody mentioned they love that there's not a root, which I do too, because that was feedback that we also got as well. Is having a root on a gray doesn't look natural because that's not how we gray. And so I'm glad that there is this beautiful color and it doesn't look you know, dated. It doesn't look like old or anything like that. It's on a style that's so on trend and it just I saw a comment said like I may start going gray and if you do this is the one to start with. This is gorgeous. But yeah, so I absolutely love this. I love the color you're wearing as well, Andrea. And I just think in general the style comes in beautiful colors and it complements so many different face shapes. It's a great length to have and you don't have to do too much with her styling at all.
Yeah, I have never styled her. This is her out of the box. I've moved the part a little bit with my fingers. I wanted to share that there is a center part on this style, which is part of the reason why I really like it. I'm kind of experimenting with center parts and stuff, so I just really like it. It's a very lightweight kind of, but it's not too curly too. So it's just beachy waves, but it's light and not too full for me because again, I do have a full face. So I think honestly, that's part of the reason why I'm always ear tucking is to keep, unless it's a straighter style, I feel like there's too much body, too much emphasis on my
Um,
my feet. And so, but this style, like I haven't done anything with her. Pulled her out of the box. I've probably worn her a number of times, and I have never styled her or anything. She's just super easy to throw on and go.
Yeah, that's the beauty of synthetic fiber. This style
Yeah.
has been baked in and it's going to stick in there. So I absolutely love it. And I'm glad that we ended with this style because she really is a showstopper and is so many people's favorites. So I love her. And I think if you don't have her, you have to add her to your wig collection. She's kind of one of those like the wardrobe capsules, like you have to have your white tee, your blazer, your little black dress.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte is one of those wigs. She is kind of one of those pillar
Staples.
pieces. Yes, the staples to have in your wig collection for sure.
Yeah. Well, we do have, I mean, I love Charlotte. I could sit here and chat about her all night and spin and run my fingers through my hair. But we do have one more giveaway, and it is a $100 gift card to Wig Studio One. So Mackenzie just put up the box. So if you want to enter to win that, just click on that box and enter your email address, and then we will randomly select a recipient. Um, I was just going to, if you're ready, we could close out. I
Yeah.
suppose I could go through just a few reminders that we have for our Envy and Ellen Wille sale this weekend. And I hope you all have enjoyed this show. I know I've really appreciated spending time with you, Sabrina. I've learned a lot. And I love that you just have so much information on styling and just sharing like what works, for you. And there's so much feedback I'm sure that you receive and stuff that what works for others too. So it's just always really helpful to connect with you because I learn every time. And you looked beautiful in everything that you showed tonight too. So there's that as
Thank
well.
you. Thank you. You did too. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So, okay, I'm just going to let everyone know we are going to go ahead and close out. A huge thank you to Ellen Villa and Envy for sponsoring these beautiful styles and allowing us to give them away to you. So congratulations to all of our winners. And thank you all for your time today, for hanging out with us while we tried on beautiful styles. It's always super fun. Just a couple reminders. We do have Ellen Villa and Envy 30% off using code BeautifulYou, which is all one word, and that sale will go through the weekend. If you have any questions, you're welcome to email us at support@wigstudio1.com. We also have a callback number. If you'd like to speak with someone in person, you can leave us a message with your name and phone number and what your call's regarding, and we'll get back in touch with you. That number is on our site, but it's 877-594-3001. And just a quick reminder that, if you do purchase, we do have a try-on option here at Wig Studio One. It is $4.50. It's per order. So if you order more than one piece, you only pay that one time. And if the item doesn't work out for you for whatever reason, you can always return it to us and we'll send you a free return label. We don't have any restocking fees. And we have a great customer service team that is on standby waiting to assist you. So, definitely feel free to reach out if you need anything. We offer some free virtual consultations. So if you happen to be new, you don't have to be a new wig wearer to have a consult, but if you happen to be new, I think that they're very valuable in helping kind of shorten that learning curve, just kind of introducing you to the very basics, what to look for in terms of like measuring your head for a wig or topper, deciding which is going to work best for you. And then based on that information, talking about maybe the different fibers, what's going to fit your lifestyle best, your budget best, and what you're going to feel the most comfortable in. Most of our personal hair consultants have had hair loss, and a lot of them wear wigs. So they're very familiar, very professional, and very well educated. They've received training from Envy and Ellen Villa, and they're just eager to assist and help. So that's always an option, and you can schedule that just by clicking book a consultation on the front page of the website, and you can select your day and time. If you are going to return something, please take a look at our return policy just to ensure that you follow the requirements for an eligible return. They are a little sticky, so just make sure it's basically an industry standard, and we're very flexible with our customers. We want to serve truly, but just take a look at that and make sure your return is eligible for us if you do need to return it. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to assist you wherever we can. All right. So, well, if you haven't already, please follow Envy and Ellen Villa and Wig Studio One on Facebook, Instagram. They have, like I was saying earlier, Ellen Villa has some really great resources on their. Sorry, I got a notification on their Instagram and YouTube specifically. I've seen those. That's why I'm familiar with them, because sometimes I will go to their website or their YouTube channel to get information for a customer, maybe if I don't have that answer. So Sabrina's created a lot of educational videos, as has Amber, and they're both just really insightful and helpful and educational to watch. So definitely check that out. We have a Wig Studio One YouTube channel as well. Ours is more of like kind of a library of many different faces, skin tones, shapes and sizes, wearing different styles and colors, showcasing some of those colors in indoor and outdoor lighting. We do have some educational videos, such as how to measure your head, washing your wig, caring for it, and all that great stuff. So definitely check us out on YouTube. It's a huge resource for a lot of wig wearers. Don't spend too much time on there, it can be overwhelming. But because there's so much to learn and so much to look at, but it is a great resource as well. So check us out. And then, of course, if you're on Facebook, please feel free to join our closed Facebook group. It's called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group, and it's a really fun place to be. And it is a private group. So if you're not open to discussing alternative hair with your family and friends, that's okay. You won't show up on their Facebook feed if you're in that group. So, all right. Well, we have one more winner to announce, and then we're probably going to wish you well. So, are you ready,
Drum roll,
Mackenzie?
please.
Yeah, yay. Congratulations, Tough Salad. You are the lucky recipient of a $100 gift card to wigstudio1.com. Congratulations. We'll get that over in your email inbox probably by end of day tomorrow. So congratulations and thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of you. A huge thank you again to Envy and Ellen Wille and Sabrina for taking time out to work with me today. I really appreciate you. A big thank you to my team. Mackenzie's here every Thursday. She's like my sidekick. She picks me up when I fall. She's always helping me out, making sure I stay on track. So big thank you to Mackenzie and my whole team. I'm very, very lucky. And I hope you all, thank you again for joining us and spending this much time with us today. Congratulations to our winners. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend ahead. Enjoy the remainder of the summer. And hopefully you learned some summer wig tips and styles for travel and the best types of styles to kind of beat the heat in this warm weather. Everyone stay cool and thank you so, so much. And we'll see you next Thursday.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.